The Aggies not able to play in the Gator Bowl against Wake Forest. That'll be the Demon Deacons against Rutgers, but looking forward to adding on to this outstanding recruiting class. And also the big news over the last couple of weeks has been Max Johnson, the LSU transfer portal guy who has decided to come to College Station. So we got a quarterback here, 27 touchdowns, 6 picks, and just the lay of the land of college football these days, that he throws the game-winning touchdown against Texas A&M, leads a great drive to close out the game in Death Valley for LSU. Big win, just in regards to a rivalry game, and close out the season, get LSU to a bowl game, and then boom, he's off to Texas A&M.
Like 3 weeks later, he's off. Yeah, he's off to Texas A&M, and he's in the building. You're right. It's just amazing the way things work, and I think you're going to see it more often. You just look at even this past year, looking at LSU. I mean, TJ Finley at Auburn, and just the transfers within the division are certainly something. When it comes to Max Johnson for A&M, I mean, a guy that's certainly accurate. Did a good job protecting the ball last year. Maybe holds it a little long at times. But the biggest thing he gives A&M is experience playing in the SEC. As much as they love Connor Wigman and have high hopes for Haynes King as well, with Zach Calzada moving on, that this would be the second straight year that they would really have no experience in the room playing college football. And so I think that was something that was certainly attractive about Max Johnson, is he has experience playing at LSU for 2 years now. Haynes King obviously just has one start under his belt, and got hurt against Colorado, and so still limited experience-wise. And it's going to be a really fun battle to watch throughout the spring. I think it's going to be very similar to last year. You're not going to see a guy named the starter after the spring. You could see maybe, a separation on the depth chart, but otherwise, I think you're going to see them listed as or throughout, the summer into the fall, and it's going to be a fun battle to watch, and it certainly raises the floor in that quarterback room, and you've got 3 really good options in there, and I think A&M's certainly hoping to build off of that next year.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that he's not the athlete with his feet that King is.
No,
He's definitely a pocket passer, just like his dad. And but to have a guy, if he doesn't win the job, to have a backup quarterback who's had a 27-6 TD to pick ratio in the SEC is a good luxury to have. So
yeah, I think just competition-wise, you hear Jimbo Fisher talk about it quite a bit, especially along, when you look at the defensive line class that they sign, when you bring in competition, it just forces everybody to get better. And so it's going to be a really interesting battle to watch. I mean, 27-6 in the SEC is certainly nothing to be scoffed at. And so it's a good addition to the room, and brings his brother along as well. And Jake Johnson, and I think he has a chance to certainly battle for playing time as well early on with Jalen Weidemeyer moving on, and him and Donovan Green and Theodore Mellon Ostrom kind of rebuild that tight end room. And so I think it was certainly important for A&M to add a guy with experience, because when you saw how quickly a quarterback room can kind of dissolve this past year, and just the struggles A&M had at that position. And so I think it's kind of learning from that, and having a couple different options you can go to.